reaction to my Premier League predictions from earlier this season. Well, not earlier season, before the season started. So yeah, basically, I predicted how I thought everyone would finish in the Premier League before the season started. And yeah, so let's get into it. So, in 20th place, I thought hopefully would have finished in 20th. But in actuality, it was Sunderland were glued to the bottom for most of the season. Nothing really could help them. I thought David Moyes could do better, but yeah, no, didn't think so. And he has officially resigned from Sunderland, so there's some hope for Sunderland, I guess, in the championship. Next, in 19th, I thought West Brom would finish 19th. But then I remembered, later, that Tony Pulis knows how to keep a side up. So yeah, they finished quite high in Middlesbrough. They had a good team, and I thought they would do well, but they just couldn't score goals. I guess that was their entire problem. Yeah, but next, in 18th, I thought Burnley would finish in 18th. I thought they would go back down, but in actuality, it was Hull, who surprisingly had a very good season under Marco Silva. But Burnley, they played better than everyone imagined them to. They had terrible away form, but they had quite good home form. I'm pretty sure either managing to beat Liverpool or drawing with them at home. But yeah. Next, 17th, I predicted Watford, and they did finish in 17th. Even though they didn't look to be in a relegation fight any at all in the season, they still finished one place ahead of the relegation zone, which when you think about it, isn't great. But also, I think Walter Materazzi he has stepped down as Watford boss. So hopefully the club goes into bigger and better things, but you never know. We'll see. Alright, in 16th, I predicted Sunderland. I thought they would stay up, but in actuality it was Burnley. Sunderland just had business, an absolute business, and Burnley have been doing quite well, so, yeah. There's not really much else to say. Alright, in 15th, I predicted it'd be Swansea, and they were. They looked like to be in a relegation fight most of the season, but ever since the arrival of Paul Clement, they've, flourished under him. And, Sigurdsson just looks absolutely key to that, and I hope they keep him, because I really like him as a player, and I think he suits Swansea well. Alright, in 14th, I predicted Middlesbrough, but in actuality, it was Crystal Palace. Now, Crystal Palace have just had, they have such good quality, but they shouldn't be, in that position that they're in. I guess I guess it was Alan Pardew's fault, even though I respect the man very much. But once Big Sam came in, it still took them a while, until 2 or 3 games for the end of the season. Then only they confirmed that they weren't going down. But yeah, Big Sam has stepped down I think. I can't be 100% sure, but I'm almost positive. Big Sam has stepped down. Yeah. Now, in 13th, I predicted Bournemouth, but in actuality, it was Stoke. Stoke just defined mid-table. I think it was 3 straight seasons of them finishing 9th. So, that's just not great. But, I thought Bournemouth would do a lot worse. But they actually did very, very well. Bournemouth. Eddie Howe's just, he's taking, a not very great side and turned them into, a band of merry brothers or something. So, yeah. Then 12th, I predicted Crystal Palace, but instead, it was Leicester. Last season, everybody loved Leicester. They were literally everybody loved Leicester. This season, not so much. After the sacking of Ranieri, everyone just wants Leicester to go down, but I guess under Shakespeare, they kind of picked up their performances. And 12th is respectable. No one thought they were going to win the title again. And actually, they did pretty well in the Champions League too. Beating Sevilla. That's pretty impressive, because Sevilla is one of the best sides in Spain, and they won the Europa League last year. So yeah. 11th was Stoke. Oh, well, I thought it'd be Stoke. In actuality, it was West Ham. I mean, I think West Ham, if they'd kept Pyatt and they'd kept him happy, and if they hadn't moved to the new stadium, they would have finished way higher. Like, half the season, they looked like they were in a relegation fight. Even though they weren't, obviously. But still, West Ham, I mean, I feel like it was their stadium that provided them troubles. But, I mean, it could just be the players, the mentality. You never know. Yeah. In 10th, I thought it'd be Southampton, but actually it was West Brom. I mean, West Brom had, like, even though they may be considered one of the most boring sides, they've had quite a good season under Tony Pulis. I mean, he's brought them to the middle of the table, which I find quite respectable, even because at the beginning of the season, many people thought West Brom were going to go down. But yeah, in 9th, I predicted Everton, and actually I was Bournemouth. Once again, just to point out, Eddie Howe is just a brilliant manager, and I really think he should be given the England job if Gareth Southgate does get fired or quits, or doesn't do well. In 8th, I predicted it to be Spurs, but instead it was Southampton. Spurs just, like, I thought if they had, like, extra fixture, like, every other week, like, the Champions League, they wouldn't, like, give their primary focus to the league, but after getting knocked out in the group stage, they just flourished in the league, and they were, like, the only challenger to Chelsea, like, for most of the season. And yeah, if they keep, like, their core players, they're homegrown, like Dyer, Ali, Kane, they're gonna do amazing, I feel like. And they may be contenders for the title next season. In 7th, I predicted Leicester, and actuality with Everton. Now, under Ronald Koeman, Everton seem to have done much better now. They've kept hold of Lukaku, they brought in Idrissa Gueye, and yeah, they sold some dead weight. I think Koeman's a great manager, and I feel like he's going to do even better next season. And I think Everton have almost secured Europa League position. We have to go to qualifying. I'm not sure though. But yeah, everyone expected Leicester to not be great, but no, excuse me, not many people expected them to be that bad. Alright, 6th, I predicted West Ham. In actuality, it was Man United. I mean, a theater of dreams, more like a theater of draws. Do you get it? Do you get what I mean? But yeah, I mean, Man United just, I don't know what went wrong with them. I mean, it could be the Europa League. It could be just not being motivated under Jose Mourinho. But whatever it is, I feel like if they had just turned some of those draws into wins, they could have really, like, they could have been challenging for top 4 instead of just, like, making a mediocre challenge for top 4. But, I mean, they still have some hope. If they win the Europa League, they will be playing Champions League next season, and I hope they do. Just so that there'll be quite a few big teams in the Champions League next season. Yeah. In the 5th, I predicted Arsenal, and they finished 5th. I mean, it's kind of predictable for Arsenal. Like, you could sense the negativity coming out of the club, and you could sense that just it would only be a bit longer before they finished outside top 4. And yeah, I want Wenger. Like, I mean, he's done great things for the club, but he's just not the right man anymore. So yeah, hopefully Wenger out, but you never know. Maybe if he changes his approach, he could bring Arsenal to new heights and win the Europa League. In 4th, I predicted Chelsea. In actuality, it was Liverpool. Now, Liverpool is my favorite team in the Premier League. Not my favorite team in general, but favorite team in the Prem. And I thought Liverpool would do better, but I think the Mane, like, going to the African Cup of Nations and his injury has really hindered them towards the end of the season. But, I mean, nobody, like, really expected Chelsea. Actually, no. Some people expected Chelsea to win the title, but no one, like, a lot of people didn't expect them to do this well. Like, but, I mean, Conte has done wonders for them with his new formation, new tactics. and he's really like made like some players look like new players. Yeah. In third place, I predicted Liverpool, but in actuality, it was Man City. Now, Pep is a manager I always respect. From his time at Bayern, and I was skeptical at first when Man City signed him. I was like, I didn't think he's gonna do well, and I mean, it took him a bit to get used to to add it at the atmosphere of the Prem, but towards the end of the season, he kind of got used to it, and that's when Man City kind of like secured their top three and top four spot. So I mean, yes, they'll play. I mean, it was kind of a shocker that they got knocked out at Monaco, but I mean, it happens, and sometimes you just gotta let it happen. So yeah, in second, I predicted Man City, and in actuality, it was Spurs. Now, like I said before, Spurs just had a brilliant season. Pochettino is one of the best managers in the league, if not the best. And Harry Kane, everyone thought he was going to be a one-season wonder. Now, I think he's just been banging in goals. And like Heung-min Son, Christian Eriksen, Dele Alli, they've all been fantastic this season. And yeah, I mean, what else can you say about Spurs? They've just been absolutely brilliant. And in first place, I predicted Man United, and actually, it was Chelsea. I mean, Conte, what a brilliant season he's had, hasn't he? I mean, he's made Diego Costa look good again. He's made Hazard, he's revitalized Hazard. And he put some life to a Chelsea squad that just didn't look good last season. And, I really think, Chelsea, a few more good signings over the summer, they could win a second straight Premier title. So yeah. Right now we're on to top scorer, top assister, etc. So I predicted it was me, Sergio Aguero. Actually, it is Harry Kane, and I mean, Harry Kane, 2 hat-tricks in the last 2 games of the season. He's actually a brilliant player, and I'm really excited to see what his future holds. And top assister, I predicted Kevin De Bruyne, and it was. I mean, De Bruyne's just been magnificent this season. He had 18 assists, which is mad. And most clean sheets, I predicted it would be David De Gea, but actually it was Thibaut Courtois. I mean, Thibaut Courtois had a great season. So did David De Gea, but I mean, Courtois was just better. Most yellow cards, I thought it would be Eric Bailly, but in actuality it was Holebas. And I think that's because Watford are the most aggressive side in the Premier League this season. And Bailly's had a great season, actually. Most red cards, I thought it would be John Terry, but he didn't play much this season. In actuality, it was Xhaka, Fernandinho, and Miguel Britos. Each of them got 2. Best, I thought it would be Paul Pogba, but I guess not. He was N'Golo Kante, and I mean, he was amazing. 2 seasons in a row, 2 different titles with 2 different blue teams. And yeah, that's it. So I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please leave a comment and subscribe. If you want me to do more Premier League predictions for when the new season starts, let me know. And yeah, so until next time, peace.